I'm Jessie Janae, this is Shipping Things, and today we're going to talk about how you find the right size box for your product. To get started, you need to know the dimensions of your product. Let's say I'm shipping a flashlight. I'm going to take it and measure it length, width, and height. Now, the rule of thumb for packaging is that you want it to be just as big as it needs to be. So for a box for this, it's going to look something like this. But if I'm shipping a flashlight that's much larger, it's going to look a little bit more like this. As you can see, size really does matter in packaging. If you're shipping multiple products at once, you may even want to get clever with folding or Tetris-style stacking your product to get it into as small a box as humanly possible. You want your box to be snug fitting, like this one from Field Company. You can see how they use a nicely fitted corrugate box and a corrugated insert to actually hold the product itself. This makes it smooth in transit, meaning it won't get damaged, and it also saves money on shipping. It's a win-win. Once you know the dimensions of your product, you have to ask yourself another important question. Is my product breakable? If not, a bag of coffee, for instance, then you can fit it into a box completely snugly with no room around the edges. This means you do not need void fill and the box is nice and compact for inexpensive shipping. Now, if your product could break or be damaged by being dropped or thrown from a truck, then you will need to make space in your box for void fill. Void fill is the bubble wrap, crinkle paper, tissue paper, or packing peanuts that you might use to cushion your product in transit. But how much space do you need in your box to fit the void fill? That all depends on how breakable it is. Take this coffee mug. This needs about 1 inch on all sides to properly cushion it. And to determine if it's actually working, you're just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way and test it out. Take this guy, slap a shipping label on it, put it through the mail, see if it makes it to its destination safely. If not, make some edits. Now that you know how to determine your box's dimensions with or without void fill, it's important to also consider bundling. What if your customer orders 1 coffee mug and 1 bag of coffee together? You're going to need to determine how to ship them together. Do you stack them on top and bind or tape them together? Do you take these 2 boxes and put it in a bigger box? You need to determine a strategy that's right for your products. You're nearly ready to set your final dimensions of your box in stone, but not before one quick flood alert! It's important to note the box dimensions listed online are actually interior dimensions to help you determine what your product will fit inside. But when you're calculating shipping costs and how many of your box will fit on a pallet, that all goes by exterior dimensions, so don't get that wrong. I think you're ready. All you have to do is measure your product, account for void fill, test ship your box, and then you have the perfect box fit.